must be smeared. I'll go fix my lipstick. I won't be gone long, killer. I call you killer, 'cause you slay me.
And I'm calling Bellevue, 'cause you're nuts! Testing, hot outbound car, 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to hear? Lower your right shoulder. Go!
The Honeymooners Podcast, the only podcast that is all about the greatest show of all time. With the stars, Joe Conti and Louis Fatts.
Welcome, fellow raccoons and raccoonettes. What's happening, all you Hurricanes, Bensonhurst Bombers, and all you Jim McKeevers of the world? You're listening to the Honeymooners Podcast with me, Joe Conti, and my pal, Louis Fatts.
Done to a turn.
Done to a turn. The only discussion-based podcast about... Sorry, I didn't let you do your thing.
No,
I
it's okay.
apologize.
That only took me a whole week to think of that. So, that's right.
The only discussion-based podcast...
I'll use it again next week.
Yeah, you'll do. Yeah, they won't even remember. About the greatest show of all time. We record in the Non-Productive Studios in Clifton, New Jersey. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the show. If you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and leave a review. Our home base is the Non-Productive site. So if you want to listen to the show and you don't do the podcasting, it's non-productive.com/honeymooners. And don't forget to like our Honeymooners podcast Facebook page. And that's it. Welcome. How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Joe.
Yes, episode number 14. Yes. Woo. It is. It's flying by, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. We're getting some really great feedback, and we thank everybody who's given us a listen. If you want, we appreciate if you share it, whether it's just a certain episode you like and you want people to give a listen to. But we really appreciate all the help and.
The emails are exploding, Joe.
Yes.
I got 3.
You got 3 emails,
3,
right?
yeah.
It's killing. But also, on top of the email, which is bangzoom1956
At Gmail.
We also have a phone number where you can leave a voicemail. Now, it's the same phone number to my other podcast, and it's my voice. So basically, if you want to leave a voicemail for the show that could be on the show, we'll play it on the show as long as it's not an 11-minute voicemail of you telling us, giving us a diatribe on how you became a fan of the show. But that number is 240-442-2635. That's 240-442-2635. If you call it, you'll hear my voice, and it might say Conti and Kenny Show, or it's going to say Conti and Kenny Show and the Honeymooners. So if you want to leave a message for us, and we'll play it on the air, we'll gladly play it on the air, be part of the show. We will definitely do that. So, last week we did our first flub versus flub.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if we're going to continue to do it like that. We might just do a flub of the week.
Well, yeah, it's hard to pull out so many to go head and head. So, maybe just do the one a week.
Yeah,
last
week
was just great because...
Yeah, we had so much fun. We had Joe with us.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that was the week before.
The week before, yeah.
Last week was the great scene.
Yeah, the drinking scene.
Yes. And but we did the flub versus flub, and the flubs were the president,
Mr. President. Forgetting the word applicant. And, of course, the iconic Uncle Leo.
Uncle Leo. Utica. Utica. Well, me and Sarah. And even Sarah, you just knew it. Once he said Sarah, he didn't stutter on Sarah, but he made Sarah's name a little too long, you just knew that it was almost like when you're about to sneeze. Yeah. It's coming, and there's no stopping it. Yeah. And he was like, me and Sarah would love to have you up in Utica. But Uncle Leo won.
He won.
Yes.
It was close. It came down the stretch.
Came down to the stretch.
Nose Bob on the wire.
Yep.
Uncle Leo won.
Yep. The deciding vote won for Uncle Leo.
Uncle Leo.
With the flub. But we'll probably just do a flub of the week.
Yeah.
Where, we'll just play one randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Top hand, left
hand. I think that may be.
That might be the greatest one ever. It really I mean, because it's Gleason, you know, and you know, it's one of the main characters, and it's such a great, hilarious flub that every.
And you think about it too, though. He's in that scene. He's actually flustered. He's flustered because he's going to the
reading of the will.
So
yes,
he's actually flustered. He's putting his tie on his belt and
right.
So it's actually a good flub because it's part of him being so flustered.
Right. Yeah, it's a natural thing. It's not. It's almost like if you watch it, you could understand somebody doing that.
Yeah,
it's not somebody forgetting their lines. It's just somebody messing up a word. You know, we do that all the time.
Oh God!
I remember when I was a kid, I meant to say I had an urge or a craving, and I said I had an Irving.
An Irving.
For whatever it was. I think it was
pastrami sandwich.
Yes. I got an Irving for a pastrami sandwich. Go to Cat's Deli. Go get an Irving sandwich. But so that, and it seemed very natural. Right. Which is a great point.
Oh,
great point. But today, what we're going to do is, since last week we got to do Louie's, wait a minute. Is this 14?
This is 14.
No, it's 15.
15. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 15.
Well, you know what? Here's the deal, too. We record before the previous episode comes out.
Yes.
So that's why we're always thinking
but
that it's not out
it's
yet.
15.
Okay, this is 15.
13 was with Joe. 14 was the drinking show.
Okay.
And this is number 15.
Okay.
Episode 15 of the Honeymooners podcast.
Yes, we
all
just
right?
got that out of the way.
I'm Joe Conti, and that's Louis Fats. All right. So.
Hello, Bull.
Zoom. So,
big mouth.
Yes. Twice I think he said that, right? Yeah, twice.
I do like that one, though.
Yeah, no, it's great. Hey, so last week, the last episode, we did the classic drinking scene.
Yes.
And we just dissected the whole scene.
Oh, yeah.
And had some fun with it, and it was great. This week, we're going to pick another scene to have fun with. And it's one of my favorite scenes, and it's long. It's a 10-minute scene.
Yeah, it is.
So hopefully we might talk over some of it. You know, we can't make this a 45-minute podcast. Right. We're trying to keep it as short as possible. We know people have zero attention spans. So, but it's from Alice and the Blonde. That scene at Bert Wiedemeyer's house.
We throw this word around iconic a lot.
Yeah.
This is iconic.
It's iconic. Everything and the thing is, what's so great about it is there are so many impromptu moments that are happening that you just weren't written.
Yeah, we're trying to decipher whether things are written into the script or they just ad-lib and just went with it.
Yeah.
Because I really don't think they said to Bert Wiedemeyer, okay, now you kick the table when you're putting the cookies down.
Yeah, almost trip with things on a tray.
Yeah, like it was the cookies.
Yeah, exactly, and coffee.
Yeah.
And then so he could say, leave it there, the cat will get it.
Right.
You know, we don't think that
happened, and they just went with it. And
Art
Carney and Gleason and Audrey Meadows picked up on it.
Yeah.
It was just a great scene.
I heard him.
That's God.
So we'll get started, and we obviously, you guys all know the episode and the scene. So
I'll take them out of the oven, then.
And here comes Bert Wiedemeyer and
old Twinkles himself.
Old Twinkles. Well, you know what? When I've seen him walking around, I'm kind of understanding.
Oh, hiya, Bert. Oh, hiya, boy. Hiya, pal.
Dirty boy.
Yeah. So they come in, obviously, and.
You'll have to excuse me. Something's burning in the stove. Just put your coats in the first room down the hall. I'll be right with you.
Okay, Bert. Nice guy, isn't he? Let's get rid of our coats.
That's great. They just walk away.
Well, whoever said the age of chivalry is dead was right. And I know the two guys that killed it. Oh, Alice. Our campaign has been a complete flop. On the way to the bus, they walked 20 feet ahead of us, and they only talked to each other. And if that isn't bad enough, on the bus there are just 2 empty seats. And who sits in those 2 empty seats? Ralph.
What a great line.
Great line.
And you know, I got to give Joyce credit. She really delivered the setup perfectly.
Yeah, she did.
Because she was really like, and who sits in those 2 empty seats? And she was serious. Yeah. And the way she just deadpanned it. Yeah. Ralph. It's just great.
Well, you can't expect miracles, Trix. I figured it would take a little time.
It sure will.
Time. Yeah. Alice, I didn't even notice
50
our new
years.
dress. Yeah. Well, we were hurrying and rushing, and we threw our coats right on over them. Believe me, they'll notice our dresses now. Bet you a quarter they don't. It's a bet.
Well, I want to tell you, that's really living. A spare room just to play cards and watch television in.
They're already laughing, but you don't even know what they're laughing.
Yeah. That'd be a perfect setup, huh?
Yep. Why don't you girls take your coats in?
Ralph,
What?
don't you notice anything?
Your stockings are crooked.
So you're way out of my league.
Just a quarter you owe me.
Boy, this is someplace, isn't it?
Sorry I had to leave you that way, but it couldn't be helped.
Oh, that's all right, Bert. You know, you really got a great place here. I'm telling you, it's fixed up real good.
Well, thanks a lot, thanks. My wife picked out everything herself.
Your wife?
Yes.
Are you going to stand there and tell me that your wife decorated this thing here?
Just a small...
You know, I would have made a bet that a professional interior decorator come in here and did all that.
snow job he's giving.
But, I mean, there's only one word that I can find to describe this place. Suave.
I think they're laughing because he's not wearing his hat.
Well,
Could
as
be.
long as nobody's going to introduce us, I'm Alice.
There goes that
I'm
point
Trixie.
from Norton.
Pardon me, Mrs. Cramden, Mrs. Norton.
That point is
That
great.
point thing.
Please,
Hold on,
Mr.
I'm going to
Scranton.
pause that for a second. When they say that, you pointed that out to me, that Ed kind of does this weird little pointing thing. He
pointing,
takes his left hand,
points it
points it to the right, like, hey,
The right
you
hand
and
points
him,
to the left, yeah.
you girls, him, now we're on to the next thing.
Miss Scranton,
Yes.
Mr. Norton. Miss Norton, Miss Scranton.
Just great. Just absolutely great. Here we
Mrs. Norton? Oh, say your coats here. I'll take them for you.
Now here,
My
he
wife
grabs
is
the coats.
dressing. She'll be out in a moment.
Take the pocketbooks, too.
Oh, surely, fine, I will.
Thank you very
Either that or
much.
this one will be toting it all over the place with it. Hey, why can't you put your pocket down for 5 minutes? Always carrying it. Thinks you got a big load or something in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you know that he tried to make something out of it because he wouldn't. There's no way they wrote, hey, listen, when you go pick up the coats, don't pick up the purses. It just, he forgot them.
And he
Just wanted to make some sort of joke, and it didn't go over that well.
No.
But it still was great because he had to, he saw an opportunity.
Yeah.
He saw an opportunity to kind of throw, and it was kind of funny. I think you got your heavy load or something over
And
here.
it's still like this thing, too, where he's like, not degrading Alex, but there's still like that push to the side. Like this, I'm not even acknowledging.
Because this is my night.
Yeah.
This is about me
Yeah.
and Bert Wiedemeyer
Wiedemeyer,
and me trying to get my job,
Right.
trying to get the position. And, you girls are just here to, like, look pretty and be quiet.
Well, because they wouldn't let him out of the house, basically, and they had to bring him with them. So,
Yes,
wind up at Bert Wiedemeyer's house. Twinkles. To meet
Yes.
Twinkles.
Yeah, which is, another whole thing. Which
We'll
is
talk
great.
about that.
All right, here we go. And
Oh, hey, by the way, when Mrs. Wiedemeyer comes out, it might be good if you complimented her on how she decorated this place. That's right. She might give you a tip on how to fix up our place.
Yeah, I could sure use her help. I just can't make up my mind what color pan goes best under our icebox.
Oh!
These here, Boy, they have me
Even Ralph's like,
fooled, they're
oh.
real. I mean, they're almost as good as the artificial ones.
Like they're seeing the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, really. They never saw
I'm sure glad
real
we could
flower
all get
before.
together tonight. We should have done this a long, long time ago,
You're right about that, Bert.
Oh, same. Here's my wife.
Here she comes.
It's a great entrance.
Oh, it is.
It's phenomenal.
And that's real. That's
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
That's,
Lovely, darling, lovely. This is Mrs. Cramden, Mrs. Norton. Mr. Norton, Mr. Cramden.
Oh, nice to meet
yeah,
you.
do you hear that? Do you hear that when he just said that? When he goes, Mr. Cramden, Mr. Norton, and you hear Ralph, and I just noticed it now, he goes, yeah. That's great. Listen. All right, hold on, ready?
You look lovely, darling, lovely. This is Mrs. Cramden, Mrs. Norton. Mr. Norton, Mr. Cramden.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So subtle. Just yeah. He's mesmerized by this chick, but he's got to focus, and he realizes he's got to go, and he's going to kiss her behind because he wants to get in with Bert.
Right.
So,
And
now-
I think not knowing what she looked like, it makes it a whole lot easier on him for him to do this, like complimenting her because
because he even said, he goes, I'll compliment her.
Yeah, not knowing that she's going to come out in this bombshell,
Right, exactly.
like this 1950s type, Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. Where?
Yeah, where? And we got to give the actress Frida Rosen props for this.
Yeah, she was one of the last ones.
She just passed away like last year or 2 years ago or something like that. Yeah.
Considering it was weird because like little Tommy passed away before
her.
She did.
Yeah,
which was a little weird, but
she played a great part.
Great part.
Mrs. Wiedemeyer, pardon me.
Shove out of the
May
way.
I say, when your husband started to tell me about you when you just got married, I thought that he was bragging. But after seeing you in person, I can truthfully and honestly say that his words were inadequate, to say the least.
Oh, well.
And what's great about that is that it's such an eloquent. He's not just saying you are one hot babe.
Yeah. He's like
it's such an eloquent way of saying something so nice about the way a woman's
the
appearance.
best way he can.
Right. And all he could say was your stockings are crooked to his wife. It's just great. And then Ed Norton, who is the epitome of somebody who's not a charming guy. I mean, no, not that he's not charming, but like, when he does what he does now, where he kisses her hand, like he's
really regal, like
swashbuckler. yeah. Mrs. Wiedemeyer.
Mrs. Wiedemeyer.
He kicks his foot.
Well, I'm very happy to meet all of you.
Well, now that everybody knows everybody.
Like Norton does that kick.
That kick is great. That kick is. And now the episode, this scene really ramps up now.
Here we go.
Now this is great because she's already looking at him.
Yeah.
She's looking at him like, what do you? And he kind of gives her like, what?
Like what?
What happened?
Yeah.
And then he blows that off, and then he's.
Because you got to remember too, Alice really doesn't know Ralph's ulterior motive here.
That's the which is the
whole brilliance of this scene.
Absolutely, the brilliance of the scene is that nobody understands why he's being so attentive
to Rita.
Rita, yes. All right, here we go.
Well, I must say that is a lovely dress you have on. I noticed it as soon as you came
I
through
love
the door.
that line right there.
I noticed it as
soon as you came through the door. So great. And it's just so great because all the little things, now that little thing adds even more to how they're getting frustrated.
Yes.
Alice and Trixie. It's just great. And then, this girl, she's kind of a dummy, but she's, ditzy blonde, I guess.
That's what it's supposed to, make her out to be,
right.
yeah.
And,
Aren't we lucky to have husbands who notice our clothes?
I give them credit. That's hilarious. They were like, yeah.
You noticed my stockings were crooked.
That's great. Here we go.
Well, I'm pretty lucky, too. I have a wife who every time she gets something for herself, she gives something to me.
Well, I want to say, Mrs. Wiedemeyer, that's very thoughtful. It's not many wives who want to give their husband something.
Oh, I don't know, Ralph. I've been thinking of giving you something. And you may get it real soon.
That's so great.
Well, you can pick up some wonderful things at the Millman shop, Mrs. Cramden.
Really?
It is so great because it's a subtle that it could mean a 1,000 different specific things, but you just know that she just wants to pop him right in the mouth.
Yeah. And she says to Rita, too, like, 1,000 you get that at the Millman shop. And she goes, really? Like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, she kind of gives it that little bit like,
Where actually Rita's being very innocent here.
Right, she has no idea.
No
She
idea?
has no idea. She's the, what is it? I don't know. But she's the centerpiece
the
of
protagonist of
of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Not knowing. She's
just being herself.
Yeah.
She's being herself, like,
just being a shallow wife.
Shallow wife.
Shallow wife.
Dresses up like this all day long with pearls and goes to the beauty parlor. I mean,
Not many wives who want to give their husband something.
Oh, I don't know, Ralph. I've been thinking of giving you something. And you may get it real soon.
Right there, Joe. Remember we had that thing with one of our listeners and got us about the not waiting for the laughter to...
Right.
Alice does to deliver her line. She waited for the laughter to die. And then she came in with it, and it was perfect.
And it was
the timing was perfect.
It was great.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep, she absolutely did that perfectly. Here, we'll just.
It's not many wives who want to give their husbands something.
Oh, I don't know, Ralph. I've been thinking of giving you something. And you may get it real soon.
Yeah, that's great.
She said it too early. We're still laughing.
You can pick up some wonderful things at the Millman shop, Mrs. Cramden.
Really?
Really?
Why are we being so formal? Let's cut out the last name, shall we?
Oh, all right.
That's right, Bert. Bert sounds so strange to me. I haven't called you Bert for years.
Well, Bert's his name, ain't it?
Ain't it?
Yes, but you see, we have pet names for each other.
Pet names for each other. No, isn't that cute? I bet you that was your idea.
I love this.
Yes, it was. Don't you have certain names you like to call your husband?
Oh, what a great show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have several I'd love to call.
All you have to do is pick your husband's outstanding feature and find a name that fits.
Oh, I see. Isn't that a good idea, Tubby?
This is my favorite Bang Zoom.
Right? Yeah.
This is
a great one.
Bang Zoom.
Yeah, right there. That is a great Bang Zoom.
What do you mean, Tubby?
Tubby? That's a perfectly darling name.
Do you think so?
Do you think so, Mrs. Wiedemeyer?
I like it.
I like it.
Right here.
Boys in the pool, I love it.
Yeah, but now all of a sudden Tubby's okay because it came from Rita.
Well, because she approves of
She
it.
approved, yeah, it came
She
from Rita.
approves
It's
of it,
okay
yes.
because she liked it. It's okay.
But what it's so great because I made up a thing. I called it the anticipation joke.
Yeah.
It's like when he says, "Not every not every wife wants to give them something." And she goes, "Oh, I don't know, Ralph. I've been thinking of giving you something."
Yeah.
And even that gets a laugh.
Yeah.
And you might get it real soon. And then when she goes, "Oh, you just pick a
outstanding characteristic or whatever she said.
right?" And you pick a name for it, like out of this context, there's nothing funny about what she just said.
No.
It's just, hey, you find a outstanding feature and you pick a name for
it.
But in this, with her and everything, it's this anticipation joke because you know what's coming.
Yep.
You may not know exactly what's coming, but you know it's coming.
Something's coming. And here's the thing, too, about that. She says that to pick the outstanding feature. Now, where does Twinkles come from?
That's a great question. She calls him Twinkles. Now, what is her name?
Oh, God.
Does he have a nickname for her?
Yeah, so
in the beginning.
Kitten. Does he call it Kitten?
Was it Kitten?
I don't know. We'll go back.
Yeah,
we'll figure. We should know, but we don't. We we get on Uncle Leo for forgetting something.
Kitten, right? I think it is Kitten, but hold on. Now she goes to light the cigarette.
I can't seem to smoke a cigarette unless it's in a holder.
I got it.
Let me get you a match here.
I have a torch.
I have a torch.
And, obviously she smokes a cigarette. All right.
Such gentlemen.
Look, folks, we skipped our dessert at dinner. Thought you might like to have it with us.
I wouldn't dream of having it without you, Bert.
That's a funny line.
Great line.
Man.
That's a great line.
That's a funny line.
Well, how about it, Kitten?
Shall we serve
Kitten. There it is. Kitten.
That's right.
Kitten. Okay.
cookies and coffee now?
That's a good idea. You know, if Twinkles didn't remind me about food, we'd never eat. Well, our friends say we live on love.
Now, wait a minute. She's Kitten and he's Twinkles.
Twinkles.
I want to know what's going on a Saturday night at the
Right,
Wiedemeyer's house. What kind of weird things do they have going on there? They got some weird swings and all this kind of stuff.
Twinkles, his outstanding feature.
Even if he had a twinkle in his eye, that wouldn't be your most outstanding feature. The most outstanding feature is that he's Twinkles. He does kind of walk a little bit on his toes a little bit, but I love when you said that. You're like, I think, well, why Twinkles? And I'm like, I had nothing to say. I'm like, I don't know. Before we started the show, you were like, what's up with Twinkles? I'm like, I don't know. I know. I love their fake laughs.
I'll bring it in.
Oh, well, let me help you, Kitten. Me help.
Really, there's no need to bother.
Perfectly all right. This way we can bring it all in together.
He almost knocks her over.
He certainly is a treasurer.
Now, I know this big part, the big line, but when he gives her that smack. She was great because she almost like she was,
Yeah, well, you got to understand.
pushed off of the leg.
She's got on this tight dress that
Right.
she really doesn't have much room for her legs to move around and brace herself. She's basically
Right.
standing there.
Right.
And he's not gentle. He's not a gentle person.
Yeah, I don't think he was. Yeah.
When he used to slam the table, I mean, he really slammed the table.
He really slammed the table, yeah.
So it's just like when he hits her, she's like ready to go over.
And then, of course, one of the best lines in the whole episode or scene is,
What a husband you have. He certainly is a treasurer.
A treasure. He keeps this up much longer, he's going to be a buried treasure.
it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And I give Joyce. She waited.
Yeah.
She came up, and she had to wait.
Yep.
Look, Alice, let's talk about it tomorrow. I got to get out of here.
Because
I
they
can't
actually got
take any more
not
of
only a
this.
laugh, they got
Well,
applause.
Got an applause break.
Headache?
Absolutely.
Yeah, headache.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do it as soon as they come in.
I want to tell you, I've seen some two-tone kitchens in my day, but that is a beauty you have in there.
May I add, Bert, that you have a sensible-sized refrigerator there.
It's very funny, a sensible size refrigerator.
Leave it there, the cow will get it.
All right, hold on.
And you just talked over there.
All right. Greatest. So now, Bert he gets the tray, one of the trays, and he's walking over to Alice and Trixie to give them their coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
And he trips. He hits his leg on the coffee table.
Yeah, on the leg of the coffee table.
Which there's no way.
No.
There's no way they said, all right, listen, in this scene, we're going to block. They're doing the blocking or whatever. And then they go, when you're walking, make sure you trip over, you hit your leg on the coffee. There's no way that was supposed to happen.
No.
And then, of course, Art Carney, Ed Norton. Hilarious line.
I want to tell you, I've seen some two-tone kitchens in my day, but that is a beauty you have in there.
May I add, Bert, that you have a sensible-sized refrigerator there.
Oh, it's
Leave it there, the cow will get it. Leave it there, the cow will get it.
I heard
Leave
him.
it there, the cow will get it.
I heard him.
So now
Everything about that was amazing.
it's amazing. So now we're debating before now what is in the
What
script
is in the script
and what is
ad-libbed. And I think, obviously, he hits his leg because he grabs 2 cups of coffee to bring over to Alice and Trixie, and he hits his leg right on the coffee table. And in a second, Art Carney's like, leave it there, the cat will get it. Which, I don't know if something, you can't see, I don't know if something fell off.
It just looked like they fell over on the tray.
Okay.
I guess that's what just happened. And,
Right, unless Art Carney just thought, hey,
Just
you know
thought of
what, a
something,
cookie fell on the floor, leave it, which is what he, he meant, and leave it there, the cat will get it. And Ralph starts laughing like he just heard, the moose joke by Woody Allen, and not Woody Allen? What am I thinking?
I don't know.
Woody, the famous director.
Woody Allen.
Did I say Woody Allen?
Yeah, Woody Allen. Yeah.
The moose joke by Woody Allen. And so Ralph starts laughing hilariously, and the girls want nothing. Because they're sticking to their part that they're upset.
They're upset, and the headache is coming on.
So
they can't be like we're okay with everything's cool. We're laughing. No.
Yeah, she's not going to be like, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
you know what I
no,
mean?
yeah.
Because they're ticked off.
Yeah.
And her reaction was just so great. And it's leave it there, the cat will get it. His reaction, laughing hilariously, and then her just going, I heard him. It's just so funny.
You have a sensible-sized refrigerator there.
T.
Leave it there, the cow will get it. Leave it there, the cow will get it. Leave it there, the cow will get it.
I heard him.
I love Alice's reaction to that. I just love Alice's. I heard him. I love it.
It's loaded with frustration.
Yes. Yeah.
And
and basically, it's not funny. He's saying it's not even funny.
It's not even funny.
No, Ralph's forcing his laughter to lighten up the situation.
And he was so upset for that 1 second. Like, really? He didn't say it, but you see it on his face. Like, you didn't find that funny? And it's just great. Here we go.
Chance, Mrs. Wiedemeyer, did you make these cookies?
No, Twinkles made them.
Twinkles, yes,
I didn't
apparently.
have the time. I was at the beauty parlor
All day.
Well, one hasn't got time to do everything, has one?
Sugar and cream?
No, thank you. I really don't care for any coffee.
Well, how about some tea, a glass of milk?
Well, no, thank you. Nothing for me at all. I've suddenly got the most splitting headache.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Can I get you some aspirin?
No, thank
I
you.
love
I
this.
don't get these attacks very often, but when I do, the best place for me is home. Yes, that's right. I've seen this happen before, and we've really got to go.
Well, look, when you get her home, Trixie, make sure she goes to bed.
That's great. That
We're
is great.
all going home.
You know, I
And
sympathize
then
with you,
you
Alice. I get
see
those headaches
when
once
he
in a
says
while.
that,
I know how bad they can get.
Ed
I'll
walks,
just get you
sneaks over and grabs another cookie off of Ralph's
Ralph's
tray.
tray.
I did enjoy having all of you over. It's been a lovely evening.
Thank
How
you.
could it be otherwise with
A hostess such as you.
Mrs. Wiedemeyer, may I echo those words?
Here we are. Here we are. I'm sure you'll feel all right in the
Thank
morning.
you.
Sometimes these things go away just like that, you know.
Good night, and thanks for everything.
Here we are. Thank you.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
We'll have to do this again real soon.
How about tomorrow night?
Come on, Ralph.
Oh, what a great scene.
Phenomenal scene.
May I say...
Good night, Bert. And, good night. Say, you mind if I had one for the road?
I like
A
when Norm
drink?
puts his
No,
hand
no,
out, trying to
no,
shake his
cookies.
hand, and Bert don't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't
Grabs his
realize.
arm.
Oh, I do like a short cookie, Bert. You do make them
That's
short.
beautiful. What a great. I can watch that scene over and over again. It's got so many great aspects of it. The different types of jokes.
The visuals, it's visual.
Yeah,
It's great.
It's visual. It's audio. It's physical.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
It's
And one of our listeners, a good friend of ours, Stan, pointed out to me that Alice is actually wearing a heel. And Trixie, you're wearing
Yes.
heels. Now, Alice never wore heels. She always wore flats because she was tall. Audrey Meadows was like 5'6", I believe, for a woman. That's tall for a woman.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Ralph being only 5'9", maybe pushing 5'10". They kept her shorter just so she wasn't like. And if you look in these scenes here,
she
she's
was
like
pretty close.
pretty close to him.
Once you
so-
said that, then I
yeah.
realized she was
So
like.
I guess they were dressed up. They had to put a heel on her,
Right.
Because
Yeah.
couldn't wear flats like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was a scene, and Stan did point that out to me, and I said, "Wow, good look there, Stan. Good look."
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
So, well, listen, that's one of my favorite scenes. I'm glad we got to talk about it. It was great, and one of the reasons why I still can watch this show is because sometimes you find things that you don't realize.
Like I said, there's you have 6 characters on stage there. You could look at any of the, I mean, not that Trixie's doing much, but you could look away as one person's talking to see what the other one is doing.
Without a doubt.
Because I'm saying you're always looking at the talker, the person who's talking,
Yeah.
But you could look at Norton while Ralph's talking, and Norton's doing something. And you could even look at Twinkles if you want.
Yeah, if you want to look at Twinkles. Yeah.
Twinkles.
Yeah, I'm wondering, if he had medication that he gave her to keep her in that marriage. I don't know, but
Yeah, nice apartment. He must have been doing well.
yeah, he must have been absolutely. We're gonna do one trivia.
Yeah, we'll do a trivia.
Yeah, let's do one trivia question from the great trivia man Lou Fats.
Okay, one of the scenes in with the dog food when Ralph goes into Mr. Marshall's office.
Yeah,
to,
come on, pal, it's homemade.
It's homemade. It can't hurt you,
Can't
pal.
hurt you, pal.
Yeah, so he goes into the office, and then Mr. Marshall says, I want to try this out on somebody else. And he calls his secretary, Mrs. Evans, call in Mr. and Mr. Who are the 2 people he calls in?
All right, listen, you can hit pause, but don't even bother trying to think of it. Either go look for it because you're never going to remember. Although there might be some DEFCON 3 fans that might know this one. When you say it, I remember.
I know one person knows it, Gil.
Gil knows
Gil
that?
knows this, yes.
Wow.
Yep.
But anyway, and they were
Mr. Peck and Mr. Tebbets.
Tebbets. And Tebbets was the one, I think, who pushes Ralph out of
It's
the
the
way.
one who pushes Ralph out of the way. Now, Mr. Peck also is
Mr.
Mr.
Marshall.
Monahan. Mr. Monahan.
Mr. Monahan, yes.
But if you go, me and Joe, we get a lot of our information from IMDb.
Right.
And IMDb is it's not 100%.
Right.
It's not 100%. They don't give him credit for being that character.
No,
on
huh?
IMDb. No. It just puts him down as Mr. Monahan.
In
They
the
forget.
in the episode
And they-
of with
Bill
Man's
Davis.
Pride.
Yeah, Bill Davis.
Yep.
The very last episode
Right.
of the 39 of the 39.
Yes. And but yeah, those were the guys.
Yeah.
And once you say it, then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It is Mr. Peck and Mr. Tebbets.
Mr. Peck.
Charlie raises
Charlie,
dogs.
I'll get him. He raises dog.
And what does that mean? He's got a
Yeah,
farm
yeah,
full
like
of
a
dogs.
farm for dog. He has a dog at home. Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's got a dog.
Raising dogs.
He raises dogs. He raises dogs. He's got this dog farm. He's one of those weird people from the 50s that has more than one dog. Man. Well, thank you, everybody, for giving us a listen. Episode number 15 from the Honeymooners podcast. Thank you to all the Honeymooners groups on Facebook, like the Honeymooners Raccoon Lodge, and the Honeymooners, the Classic 39 episodes. And also thank you to Edward Lillywhite Norton. His Honeymooners Trivia podcast is on anywhere that you subscribe. Check it out because he does a lot of fun things. It's different than our show, but he does trivia. He does little things where you get like raccoons of the month. It's a lot of fun. So definitely check that out. And also my other show, which I've been doing for a very long time. It's a radio show that we do live, but we podcast. It's called The Conti and Kenny Show. It's with me and two of my pals, and it's a lot of fun. It's on Monday nights on morelikeradio.com. And are we going to do
You want to do it? You want to do it or you want to hold it? Or maybe at the end?
Yeah, we're already at 35
Yeah, you know
minutes.
why? It's not good at the end.
Yeah.
It's
we're gonna do-
we'll hold off on Flub of the Week.
Yeah, we're going to do another. This was so deep, and we got so into it.
Yeah.
But we're going to do Flub of the Week absolutely next week. We'll do almost every week.
This was a good one. We had to actually put in 5 minutes of prep for this one. So
Yeah, that was me. I had to go on YouTube, find the scene, and push pause right at that the part when we start that. So, but everybody, thank you so much for giving us a listen. Tell your friends about the show. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter, Instagram, all that. And we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
We'll have to do this again real soon.
How about tomorrow night?
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.